but just listening to people around the team, there is this feeling that that although, yes, this is a negative, this is something that is certainly troubling to the players and coaches, there's still this feeling that there is this optimism that that they'll move forward, that they do feel good with what the situation is at this point, that they have a backup in James Blackman, who Jimbo Fisher really is high on, really believes in. In fact, just last week, I got a chance to watch one of the practices, and Blackman was taking reps as a number 2 quarterback. So the Seminoles feel good that he can lead them, and Jimbo doesn't want the other players to feel like they have to overcompensate at this point. They want to make sure that everybody is doing their job, and that's something we're going to hear Jimbo Fisher say, I'd imagine, throughout the week.
So obviously they're next man up at the QB position, but I'm curious, and I know this news is just developing today, but in terms of the future of Deondre Francois, he only played a half of football essentially. What are the options he has to maybe get a medical redshirt, even though he has technically played this season?
Yeah, that's certainly there, and it's primarily there because he only played part of this first game. And forgive me, I haven't been in the college game in a little bit, so I can't remember the exact ruling. I believe it's 3 games in is when that goes into effect, that you would not, if you played through 3 games, that you would not be able to have medical redshirt status. But, of course, he didn't make it to that point this year, so we could get an extra year from this. We'll learn probably a little bit more on that as we move into tomorrow. Jimbo Fisher is expected to talk about Deondre Francois. His weekly press conference is at 1 p.m. Eastern here in Tallahassee, and that will take place. And I'd imagine that we'll have a little bit more of an update on that for sure at that point.